weekly Duolingo, Triolingo. Starting off. Thank you for that hydrate, Albert. I will do that right now. Now that the toothpaste flavor has gone away, I can drink the water, no problem. So we are in our other world game for Spring Raiders right now. And we're on the last stretch of battles. First time going around it. So I think we will have a chance to do 2 token chests. So that will be nice. Albert can get his performance over fashion. Was there a Mew earlier? Okay, what are my quests? Paladins. I can give you some paladins. Okay. It's already refreshed. It was refreshing at 11 Pacific, but I think it started refreshing it. Or maybe I'm just feeling it because we've switched over to the fallback time period. So it's 11 o'clock somewhere. It refreshes just an hour. Get my scrolls. Anybody to pull up right now? Thank you, Diaco. Facing. Well, it used to be, or at least it felt like it used to be 11 Pacific updated, but now that we're an hour back, I guess it's 10 a.m. Eastern for you guys. Yeah. Now that we are set, here we go. What I've started calling Triolingo, because we will be doing 3 languages tonight and going forward for the rest of the year, at least until after I go and come back from Paris TwitchCon, whenever the Twitch gods decide to announce dates finally, so I can start setting my international travel plans in order. But we will start off with German because it's tradition, much like the Fiddler on the Roof. Tradition. Starting off with German. German feels like home to me after doing it for 503 days on streak, plus the 78 I lost initially. Got a cute little golden owl on fire when I reached the 500. That was nice. And this time I made a point to check, unlike when I hit my year at the 365 mark, I made a point to check to see if anybody had given me any cheers. Didn't get any notifications. I was kind of sad about that. Danke. Yes, wunderbar, danke. I was sad to not get any notifications, and then I realized maybe I didn't log in at the time that I got the notifications, and whatever other notification was in my queue was the one that came up, like giving someone else a high five or cheers. But when I went in to go and look specifically to see, it had like 10 people react to it. And it's nice that they do, but I'm kind of sad I didn't get the automatic notification. Hey, someone sent you a high five or cheers or whatever to congratulate me on the 500. So I'm hoping they're getting the notifications the same way I get the notifications. As soon as I log in, I can send anybody cheers and whatever to support them. That's nice. It feels like we're all doing this together, at our own pace, but still finding ways to learn together and be a supportive community. Okay, so we are on Unit 26, which first time I came up to this, I thought I was gonna dread it when I saw it said it had to do with complex verbs. So I freaked out a little because I'm not really ready for irregular verbs or anything that requires more specific or special conjugation that I can't get through my head because I'm not good at remembering those things. But then when they gave the examples, like, I have seen these complex verbs before, I just didn't know that they were called complex. But it was kind of reassuring to see something that I was already familiar with. It's not really as scary as it sounds. And the other parts to this unit are planning dinner. We know we can talk about food. At least I know I can talk about food. Fan of food, so I make sure to remember keywords for food. If I'm ever in Germany, I will know exactly how to order Gherkin and Wurst and Schnitzel, all the traditional things. Alright, let's look at the guidebook and the tips. And of course, we start off with food. So let's plan some dinner. Ich brauche 4 Bananen. I need 4 bananas.
Ich brauche 4 Bananen.
Du musst in den Supermarkt gehen. Have to go to the supermarket.
Du musst in den Supermarkt gehen.
Die Biogurken sind rechts. The organic cucumbers are on the right.
Die Biogurken sind rechts.
And the word for cucumber is Gurke, and plural is Gurken. And we already have that word in English. So if you know Gurken, you know how to say cucumber, or I'm not sure if it's, I believe in English it's associated with pickles. But for me, pickles are a no-no. Cucumbers are a yes. So after the attendant at the supermarket has told us where we can find the cucumbers, say, Danke für Ihre Hilfe. Thank you for your help.
Danke für Ihre Hilfe.
But then you have other things to shop for. Ich brauche Tomaten. Ich gehe gleich in den Bioladen. I need tomatoes. I am going shortly to the health food store.
Ich brauche Tomaten, ich gehe gleich in den Bioladen.
And as you're walking out the door, you are reminded of another very important thing that you need to get at the supermarket. Kauf Kartoffeln und Eis, bitte. Buy potatoes and ice cream, please.
Kauf Kartoffeln und Eis bitte.
Although if you're farming potatoes with Halbert, you don't need to buy them. You need to harvest them. I can't type the Danny Guns, but I'm sure you can type them, Albert. So going bananas. In German, most feminine nouns get pluralized by adding an N to the end. Die Banane, the banana.
Die Banane.
Pluralize die Bananen, the bananas.
Die Bananen.
And as I mentioned earlier, die Gurke is the cucumber.
Die Gurke.
Plural, die Gurken, the cucumbers.
Die Gurken.
Carrots, die Karotte.
Die Karotte.
Plural, die Karotten, the carrots.
Die Karotten.
But here comes the scary part that is not that scary. Complex verbs. Meine Freundin plant eine Party. My girlfriend is planning a party.
Meine Freundin plant eine Party.
Was bringst du zur Party mit? What are you bringing along to the party?
Was bringst du zur Party mit?
Ich bringe Schokolade zur Party mit. A very important thing to bring to a party. I am bringing chocolate along to the party.
Ich bringe Schokolade zur Party mit.
Wen holst du jetzt ab? Whom are you picking up? I see you found the new notes I had. You're welcome. If you recall, no, that's a gurkha. If you recall, when I was asking about Danny's emotes, how to find them on BTTV and correspondingly on 7TV, I was also planning how to set them up on mine so I can have a very easy command. If you type exclamation BTTV and exclamation 7TV, you'll get the dashboard for all the emotes I've added so far to it. I'm limited on BTTV. I think I hit the limit on that one. I think at 50 now. But I have quite a few I can fill on 7TV. So those I'm still looking for. And hey, if we're in the masochist BDSM channel, you know I'm gonna I'm gonna add something like that. Of course you find them. Yeah, I like that punk. That one, to be fair, that one was there, I think, from the beginning. So that one is not new. Because we do bonks and chat on my other international channels where I hang out. No, but it's a fun sidetrack. I was waiting till someone would find them. Okay, where are you picking up now?
Wen holst du jetzt ab?
Ich hole bald deine Eltern ab. Picking your parents up soon.
Ich hole bald deine Eltern ab.
Musst keine Geschenke zur Party mitbringen. Don't have to bring any gifts at the party.
Du musst keine Geschenke zur Party mitbringen.
Stop in the name of new verbs. In English, some verbs like pick up or bring along consist of two parts. German has these verbs too, as discussed above. Ich hole meine Mutter ab. Picking my mom up.
Ich hole meine Mutter ab.
Wer bringt den Kuchen mit? Who is bringing the cake along?
Wer bringt den Kuchen mit?
However, when these verbs are in the infinitive, the two parts stay together as one. Mein Bruder will Luftballons mitbringen. Brother wants to bring along balloons.
Mein Bruder will Luftballons mitbringen.
So basically what they are calling complex verbs is what we consider the two-part verbs. So they give bring along and pick up, where both parts of the verb and I guess the object or the or preposition, I think is what it would be necessarily called. Both of those make up the action. Sometimes in verbs where you have an implied object like help someone, you don't have to put the preposition following, but in these two verbs, the examples of these show the compound nature of the verb, and like they say, if it's in the infinitive, to bring along, it's mitbringen, but when you actually use it and you conjugate it, like who is bringing along the cake, you put the subject and then the verb, and then you stick that preposition at the very far end, something that they always tell us not to do in English. You can't end a sentence in a preposition. However, in this case, that is the structure for the verb. And it makes sense when you do it in English. However, I will put a point of contention that we don't always say the split verb in English. Like, for instance, how they say, I am picking my mom up. You can say it, but a lot of people say, I am picking up my mom. I am not sure, because as a non-native English speaker, I don't know if it's wrong to say picking up my mom, or if this is another example of the Duolingo English translation being weird or awkwardly phrased. Sometimes it feels like the people who are doing the English translation, I don't think they're English people speaking German. I think sometimes it's German people speaking English. And I forgot, when I was adding the Catalan module, I was looking at the credits that they gave to people contributing to getting these languages on Duolingo, and they were giving credits to users on Duolingo. Now, I don't know if it's actual users that have put enough time together to contribute to Duolingo, or if it's their own mods and devs who also use Duolingo, because it makes sense that they would, and that's how they're giving them credit, by using their dual names. But that's my only point of contention, that the phrasing of these verbs is sometimes a little awkward in English, but in German it's a very sound formula to have subject, verb, object, and then the preposition at the very end of the sentence. So what they called complex verbs, which makes it sound very scary, is really just two-part verbs, and thankfully at least these two are verbs that we have already seen in the basics. So it kind of removes the myth or the mysticism and makes them sound less scary. All right, let's do our first lesson. Check if I think we did the time around. Yeah. Which one of these is the bottle? Guten Tag. And it is afternoon for you, I believe, or late. 6 o'clock-ish. So the bottle is die Flasche.
Die Flasche.
And yeah, it's 5 p.m. I keep thinking, I forget, are we 5 hours or 6? Feeling kind of sleepy while you're a hibernating bear. It makes sense. I'm busy today. Doing bear things. And then since we like food on this channel, but before I move on to food, so the bottle is die Flasche, and if thank you for that, Lark Arby. And if you notice, a bottle could be a flask, and the verb or the word for bottle looks and sounds very much like flask. It could be an origin to our use for the word flask, and it's just an evolutionary linguistic end that Flasche became flask in English at some point. Barely exercising. We stand the barely exercising. We do the bare minimum sometimes. It is winter. We're moving a little less than we would like, but we are still moving. That's what counts. Something with a lot of sweet that I can't really have right now because it's it's getting to be late. It's past 11 p.m. for me. So no sugar late at night. The cake.
Der Kuchen.
Der Kuchen. And it's nice to remember that kitchen in German is Kuche without the N. So you bake a cake in the kitchen. Der Kuchen in die Küche. And orange, die Orange.
Die Orange.
But today we're looking for flask.
Die Flasche.
Die Flasche. Yes, isn't that fun? I can say that. Cooking in the Kuchen. In der Kuchen. Ja.
Kannst du eine Flasche Wein kaufen?
Can you buy a bottle of wine? Kannst du eine Flasche Wein kaufen? And cake, we already know this one. Der Kuchen.
Der Kuchen.
And it's also a nice word form and say. Not only is it is delicious, but I like the way you say some words. I've said this before. Just the way your mouth contorts to say them, and they sound good. Der Kuchen. It sounds very German. But I've said before, my favorite word or phrase to say is next weekend. Nächste Wochenende. I don't know why. It's just, I like saying it.
Gibt es einen Kuchen ohne Zucker?
Is there a cake without sugar? So this is for all you diabetics or sugar sensitive people out there, like myself right now. Want a cake without sugar, and hopefully there is a sugarless cake out there that meets your needs and still provides you with food. So gibt es is, I've mentioned before, when you're saying the sentence, you would say it is, but when you ask a question, you flip the beginning. Instead of subject verb, you say verb subject. So you're saying, is there a cake without sugar? Or with no sugar? Gibt es einen Kuchen ohne Zucker?
Dein Hund trinkt meinen Apfelsaft.
What a rude dog. Your dog drinking apple juice. I think apple juice might be a little bit too much sugar for a doggo. But otherwise it would be okay to give them like a nice little piece of apple. Just don't give them the cores, because the cores have the seeds, and those are bad, because remember, seeds have cyanide, even though it's not active form of cyanide that can kill you, or tiny doggies. It's not good for them. It could wreak havoc with their immune system, kidneys. So be mindful. You can give them apple, just not the entire apple with the core. Your dog is drinking my bad doggy. Dein Hund trinkt meinen Apfelsaft. How do you say apple juice? Apfelsaft.
Apfelsaft.
Apfelsaft. Gleich
Gleich.
is shortly, and richtig
Richtig.
is correct. But we're looking for apple juice.
Apfelsaft.
Apfelsaft. It almost sounds like saft, receiving an apple, Apfelsaft, to get the juice without the pulp, or
Kauf 20 Stück Schnitzel, bitte.
Buy 20 pieces of schnitzel, please. And this is an imperative form of the verb, because you're telling someone to do something, and that's why it's not in the normal verb conjugation of the buy. Telling a third person or a second person. Buy 20 pieces of schnitzel, please. Kauf 20 Stück Schnitzel, bitte. And I still have never had it, but I believe schnitzel is the kind of like chicken fried steak. So the same way you would prepare veal, kind of breaded. Although don't eat veal because veal, but that's, I guess, the form that they cook it.
Ich will Kekse, geh in die Konditorei, bitte.
I want cookies. go to the pastry shop base. Telling someone to do something in the imperative, yay, but at least you're saying pretty please with sugar on top, because you're going to the pastry shop, you're going to buy cookies, of course they're going to have sugar on top. Or you could be like me and just bake your own sugar cookies like I've done previously and decorate them. Ich will Kekse. Get in die Konditorei, bitte. As opposed to the bakery, the Bäckerei, but that has bread. Sometimes it could have other bread products like these, but if you want specifically ready cookie treats, you could go to the pastry shop, the Konditorei. How do you say pastry shop? We just found out it's Konditorei.
Konditorei.
Einpacken, which is something I'm going to be doing next Saturday for my trip. To pack.
Einpacken.
And
Metzgerei.
I believe is butcher shop. Metz sounds like meat, but we want pastry shop, so Konditorei.
Konditorei.
It is time for our battle. So before I move, go fight some other avatars in the Stream Raiders world. Right, thank you for placing Halbert and Brutus in Malopsky, and Reliable. Let's see, who do we have? Let the Kool-Aid man, Brutus. Paladin, another Paladin. Is that a Beavis and Butthead kind of berserker? Because that looks so good. Or just another rocker kid. I would like to say we have more armored, so I'm going to put down a stronghold. I think that'll be halfway through. Good luck. Hello, Jerry. I like your little pony wave. We got this. Yay! We has victory. And congratulations, RB and Halbert. RB, you get some warrior scrolls, and Halbert, you the bomb. So you get some Buster Scrolls. It would have been funny if you gotten some scrolls, but Buster still explodes and power bombs. Alright, next up. Wait, it seems like it's the same silver chest. Got a cute little bomb. I'm gonna be basic and go for the easier battle because it's the same silver chest. You guys have the same chance of winning things. Right, so fittingly, the goddess of the hunt, Artemis, blessing some ranged units. So let's put some down. Gonna do a lot of damage. 100% damage. So I think, what was it, the first shot she said? 100% increased damage. That should fit. That is a cute rogue. A la gran puchica. Jerry, ¿por qué me haces esto? Ok. Vamos a poner ¿cuánto? 5 minutos o 3 minutos de solo estar hablando español. Ok, 3 minutos. Son las 11:30, así que a las 11:33 voy a dejar de hablar español. Está bien que solo entiendas 5 palabras, pero vas a tener que escuchar todas las palabras hasta que terminemos esto. Al menos lo hiciste ahorita cuando no estoy leyendo mi libro. Bueno, ya preparamos la batalla, así que hoy ya nos podemos pasar de regreso a aprender español. Así que si hay gente aquí que habla español y quieren aprender alemán, este es el día para que lo aprendan. Vamos a repetir esto, aunque ya lo hicimos, porque les voy a dar las palabras en español para que aprendan también. ¿Cómo se dice pastelería? Ya lo dijimos aquí, que en alemán se dice Konditorei. Esta era empacar en español y en alemán es einpacken. Esta es carnicería en español y en alemán Metzgerei. Continuemos.
Ich will Schinken essen. Geh in die Metzgerei.
Yo quiero comer jamón. Ve a la carnicería. Yo quiero comer jamón. Ve a la carnicería. Ich will Schinken essen. Geh in die Metzgerei. Días seguidos, Lucy. Nada como aprender cosas nuevas. ¿Aprendemos capoeira después? Continuemos. ¿Cómo se dice carnicería? Esa la acabamos de aprender. Se dice Metzgerei.
Metzgerei.
Pero también están 2 palabras nuevas. Está la mochila, Rucksack, y también está el sol, Sonne. Pero hoy estamos buscando carnicería, Metzgerei. Chequeémoslo. Bien hecho. Buen trabajo. No, lo dijiste perfectamente. Continuemos.
Wir brauchen Wurst, ich muss in die Metzgerei gehen. Wir brauchen Wurst. Ich muss in die Metzgerei gehen. Wir brauchen Wurst, ich muss in die Metzgerei gehen.
Nosotros necesitamos salchicha. Yo necesito ir a la carnicería. Wir brauchen Wurst. Ich muss in die Metzgerei gehen. Excelente. Continuemos. And that is the end of the 3 minutes. So now I can speak in English again. Thank you for that lovely redeem, Jerry. And you said it perfectly. You did not butcher that. So you did say, "How are you, beautiful lady?" And how are you, handsome sir? I hope you enjoyed that. I mean, it's not Triolingo if I'm not adding all these, I guess, language challenges while we're doing it.
Wir brauchen weniger als 10 Flaschen Weißwein.
We need less than 10 bottles of white wine. Thank you for calling it Dothraki. Do you really want me to try Dothraki? I don't think it will be as flawless as my Spanish. I appreciate you calling it that, Jerry, because if I was streaming with Salor, he would say otherwise, but he is a proper... Say this time, because I'm not allowed to say the other one. He is a proper Catalonian with a good handle of Castilian, so he has issues with some of my pronunciations because they say it differently in the motherland than they do where I come from. We need less than 10 bottles of white wine. Wir brauchen weniger als 10 Flaschen Weißwein. And also, Jerry, I was trying to say things slowly because I'm not gonna speed up through it. And if even for me, when I'm listening to other people with an accent, even if they're speaking Spanish, they may say it too fast to where I can barely pick up the same words, even if we speak the same language. So I understand if it's a foreign language to some. I appreciate when people speak slowly, like we're learning this on Duo, and you know they're teaching it very slowly. It is not in practice spoken that slowly, but when you're learning, it's nice to hear it pronounced slowly and well. Yeah, I am a fan. Besides Spanish, I like Argentinian Spanish because it has a bit of an Italian tilt to it that's very melodic when they speak. How do you say white wine? And it is literally white wine. Weißwein.
Weißwein.
Pünktlich is punctual.
Pünktlich.
And Socken is socks.
Socken.
As in Lady Two Socks. Lady zwei Socken. No. How do we call her? Fräulein zwei Socken is what her German name.
Weißwein.
But we're looking for white wine today. I don't drink, but that is how you say it.
Dein Vater liebt Weißwein, wir brauchen 3 Flaschen.
Your father loves white wine. We need 3 bottles. So I guess everybody is going to drink 1 bottle of wine per person? Or are you giving your dad 3 bottles of white wine because he's going to drink them all in one sitting? I don't know. That's up to debate. Oh, and Halbert, I'm waiting for you to figure out what the surprise is, if you've been listening. Dein Vater liebt Weißwein. Wir brauchen 3 Flaschen.
Brauchen. Wir. Eine. Apfelsaft. Flasche. Flasche. Apfelsaft. Oder Weißwein.
I know we just had this with, I think was it like bottle of wine, Flasche Wein, but I can never remember if it's first the bottle or first thing that you're putting in the bottle. Yes, that is correct. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It just takes me a while to count in my head to get to the right number before I say it. An ambulance. It is an awesome word. That is another great word. Krankenwagen. Because kranken or krank means broken or sick. And the wagen or wagon is car. So it's basically the car for 6 people. So it's a literal translation of the purpose of the vehicle. So it's a great one. And also hospital is Krankenhaus, the house for the sick people. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the way we say it in Spanish, and anytime I'm doubtful of how to say this, I revert to my Spanish roots, where you don't put the descriptors like you do in English first. So you won't say a wine bottle. You would say a bottle of wine. So it would be a bottle of apple juice or a bottle of white wine. I had some previous, I don't know if it was family member or teacher, say that we don't put the adjectives in front of the verb, because if you have a lot of descriptors, like that is a beautiful white small house, by the time you get to the actual noun, which is house, you've forgotten what you're talking about. So you would say you have a house that is beautiful, white, and small. Yes, they say the last name before the first. So we have to do the switcheroo in our brains, but it is important for them to know your last name, and your first name is kind of like an afterthought. It's less important. Or it could be a sign of respect to address you as soon as possible with your last name first. I remember in gym class, we had to write our last names on our gym clothes. There was like a little name tag spot on our clothes, and for the longest time, for 6 years, I remember just not even having a name except people or the gym teachers knowing me simply from my last name. Like, I'm a person. Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict, yeah. I like saying Cumberbatch. Are you a Cumberbitch? I think that's the term that the fan club of Benedict calls themselves. Are you a Cumberbish? Or if you've here's a funny story about Benedict. If you've ever watched the Graham Norton show, he is unable to say penguin. I don't know why, but he can't say penguin. And he learned this doing one of those nature documentaries for the BBC, and he had to say the word penguin a lot. He had issues saying the word penguin. Like, he would overpronounce the UE, and he would say penguin. Do we need a bottle of apple juice or white wine? Yes, I guess properly. So brauchen wir eine Flasche Apfelsaft oder Weißwein? Excellent. Well, that's one word. That's one way to say it. And Jerry, you may have summoned my sexy baguette by saying the word croissant. So stay tuned. It seems like anytime I say something in French, Penolf shows up. So he may be upon us, waking up soon, getting ready for his Sunday brunch with family. Accent, I like that. I will try not to jokingly say that when I'm in France. We need 10 pieces of cake for the party. Only 10? Wow. I would have sprung for a few more pieces of cake than 10.
Brauchen. Zehn Stück Kuchen für die Party.
We need 10 pieces of cake for the party. And the of, when it's stuck between the descriptor and the noun, it's kind of just assumed. Wir brauchen 10 Stück Kuchen für die Party. By the way, I love saying für die Party. It sounds so much like, what's the band? Right Said Fred, the I'm Too Sexy song. I'm too sexy for your party. Too sexy for your party. No way, I'm disco dancing. Oh, woof. That only took an hour to go through one lesson. Yikes. Nein, danke. I don't want to practice more. Yes, that is me doing a little congratulations for finishing one lesson in my pajamas right now. Dance. Alright, let's do one more. This should go much faster than the first one. We took a few detours on the other one.
Hilfe, bitte.
Oh. Yes, you can do that one there in our channel. Help, please. I'm a dancer in distress. Help. Hilfe, bitte.
Danke für Ihre Hilfe.
And then after you've given someone help, they say, thank you for your help. Jerry, that is a naughty phrase. I'm gonna try and remember it. Danke für Ihre Hilfe.
Die Biogurken sind rechts.
The organic cucumbers are on right. That is a good friend. Teach you naughty phrases, then give you food. Sauerkraut, I like it. Peach gummies, I like it. Biogurken sind rechts.
Ich möchte die Orangen kaufen.
I would like to buy the oranges. Ich möchte die Orangen kaufen. Are we going to discriminate against the blonde and blue hair? Or blonde and blue eyed? A little too fair, but yes.
Bitte, kauf eine Packung Kekse.
Please buy a pack of cookies. You don't buy just one. What could be a pack? I'm being slow. Was he nice except for not doing nice things kind of thing? Or not saying nice things? Yeah. Oreos come in a pack. Maybe I'm picturing cookies that come in a... Like, I picture a log of cookies, like a jar of cookies. I don't know how to describe it. Like, the same way Pringles come in a can, they come all stacked. Isn't there, like, a pack of cookies that it's packaged that way? Okay, then yeah, unfortunately that's a reason to get expelled. Yeah, that's a definite no-no. Bitte, kauf eine Packung Kekse.
35 Packungen sind zu viel.
Why are you making me do math? It's almost midnight. 5 and 30. So 35 packages are too much or too many. Und 30 Packungen sind zu viel.
Sind 10 Packungen Nudeln genug?
Are 6 packages of noodles enough? That depends. There feeding the entire neighborhood? You know? Sind Zen Packungen Nudeln, I can't say this word. The L and the N are in positions that are hard to say. Nudeln.
Nudeln.
Nudeln. Are this many packs of noodles enough? Genug. And I knew the word genug before taking German because I learned it in Yiddish. I know all my Yiddish from The Nanny. It's a great show. And they always throw in some Yiddish, like genug already when people are arguing. Enough already. I think you'll find that a number of people had the same anxiety. And I agree, there were some parts of it that were nice. And depending on your outlook, when you say, oh, I wish I was young so I could do these things. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that experience again. Once was enough. It was an interesting learning experience, but there was a lot I could do without. I used to say I would love to have been a professional student for the rest of my life. And then I started working my first adult job, and I realized, yeah, no, I don't want to be in school anymore, even if it is for professional learning or recreational learning. I don't need that stress. I will go at my own pace. Hence, I'm learning languages, which is something I enjoy very much. At my own pace.
Ist eine Packung Tomaten genug? Ist eine Packung Tomaten genug?
Is a pack of tomatoes enough? It depends on what you're making. If you're making salsa I made this week, not enough. If it's for salad, maybe it's enough. Ist eine Packung Tomaten enough? You know what? I need to get rid of... I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know why I haven't done this before. I need to get rid of the goals because they're blocking translations. Up here where they're less obstructive. That look. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm in the same boat with you, Jerry. Visiting friends now is very expensive and I would like to see them all. So I made the effort last year going to TwitchCon in October. That was fun. The previous year I went to Streamer Camp in Nashville to meet our community with Mountain Dew and Tactical Strike Beagle. And then I will try to do Paris TwitchCon to meet some of my European friends. Tomaten. Yes. As Halbert guessed correctly, I made this salsa with tomaten from my own garden. And it is battle time. Ja, Garten. That's where we get the word for Kindergarten. Garden for children. We have other things in my micro farm that you might enjoy. We have fruits. We have Apfel trees. We have Orangen trees. We have Erdbeeren, strawberries. I don't know how to say pears yet, but we have an Asian pear tree. Peaches? I don't know how to say peaches in German yet. I don't have a big brain. I think I like to make connections, and linguistically connections seem to come a little easy for me. Easier for the most part. Okay. I put my archer down to make it over in the same time. Luck. Yay, we won that one. Sorry, I was distracted getting a Flasche Wasser to hydrate. Guys, confetti. And congratulations, Liable, you get 2 barbarian scrolls. Albert, you get the cute little fairy scroll. See you if you have time and you want to. You can start placing now because I'm doing campaigns, and I think the last time when I was doing dungeons it was moving too quickly, and I have 30 minutes to place troops. Alright, let us go to the surprise battle. We don't know who we're up against, and we don't know what kind of chest we're getting. Alright, my paladin is ready again. Yes. Oh, and I won 9 battles. Let's redeem the 9 battle quest. After this, we're placing a shinobi. So we can alternate between a shinobi, a paladin. And Halbert, even though I redeemed my 150 meat from the crawl, I still have the 75 assist quest, and I can't finish it with some meat. I have a feeling maybe the ones that are scroll rewards are the ones that I can get rid of with meat, but this one, maybe because it's just money, I don't have the ease of getting rid of it. I'll have to grind through assists. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. See you. Yeah, but at least that was in a week's time, right? When it's that many. Yeah, it's a week. I can run it on my offline battles and try and do it, although it's a little bit more difficult on my offline battles simply because there's less people placing than when I'm live. Have you tried playing on your phone, CU? That way it doesn't slow down your PC as much. I know you mentioned you were having space issues last time. Don't mind me, I am placing on my own player account on my phone right now. Where I have to get assists, by the way, healing assists and kill epic units. But at least the assists here are a little bit easier to get as a player. And now that I've unlocked another healer, so I can add those. And now that we have the fairy, that's another unit that can help with healing. Or if you do the vampire armies, they can heal each other. Or at least heal in proximity to each other. Place my vampire next to it. There we go. Alright. Cool. Ist eine Packung.
Ja, ich brauche Ihre Hilfe.
Yes, I need help. Ja, ich brauche Ihre Hilfe.
2 Gurken sind nicht genug. Wir brauchen 5.
2 cucumbers are not. We need 5. Zwei Gurken sind nicht genug. Wir brauchen 5.
Vielen Dank für Ihre Hilfe.
Thank you very much for your help. Vielen Dank für Ihre Hilfe. This is the equivalent of many thanks in English, or muchas gracias in Spanish, merci beaucoup in French, I want to say molto grazie in Italian. That one's a little fuzzier.
Ist ein Stück Kuchen genug für die Maus?
Depends on how big the mouse is. Is a piece of cake enough for the mouse? Ist ein Stück Kuchen genug für die Maus?
Kannst du die Bananen nicht finden?
Can't you find the bananas? Can you not find the bananas? Kannst du die Bananen nicht? Sounds like a dirty game. Find a banana.
Ich will weniger als 4 Packungen Schinken.
I want less than 4 packages or packs of ham. Ich will weniger als 4 Packungen.
Mein Hund isst nur Biogurken. Wo sind sie?
Oh my god, this sentence. Okay, my dog only eats organic cucumbers. Where are they? Very fancy dog. Although, in truth, for children as well as pets, because they are so tiny, so small, it's best to get them the best nutrition possible. And I suppose in this case, organic, pure, anything can only be healthy. I don't know whether or not cucumbers would be okay to give to a dog. My concern is for the seeds in cucumbers, so maybe if you remove the seeds before you give them to the dog, it would probably be fine. Mein Hund isst nur Biogurken. Wo sind sie? The answer to this question will always be no.
Brauchen wir nur eine Packung Eis.
Do we only need 1 pack of ice cream? Brauchen wir nur eine Packung Eis? Although I am not having sugar in the evenings anymore. It's freezing cold. I ran the heater in my room for a little bit before I came. I'm still craving ice cream right now. Some rocky road would hit the spot. Oh good, we just had this sentence, so it shouldn't be that hard.
Mein Hund isst nur Biogurken. Wo sind sie?
My dog eats organic cucumbers. Where are they? Mein Hund isst Biogurken. Wo sind sie? Hello, Baron. How are you? I enjoyed your stream very much today. Oh my god. Danke für deine Biogurken. That deserves a bunk. Only I remembered how to do the bunk. Darn it. I should have these up in my own channel. Because I can't remember them. Halbert, you found them. And I can't remember them. I'm going through a lot just to be able to do one thing. It will be lost in translation by the time I get to it. Oh, that's what it was. So easy. There we go. Agreed, it is a very strange sentence, but we discussed it probably right before you came in. How organic anything for doggies and little tiny humans is probably healthier. Right, and that is perfect. Got my points, my daily goal, and also because it is after midnight when we're finishing our second lesson, we are getting our streak for Saturday or Sunday. No camera today because I am streaming in my bedroom. So I don't have a proper setup. I have guests at the house today, so I am not dining room where I am. My big brother has the run of the living room, dining room this evening. Alright, we've done our 2 German lessons, so we are moving on to French. So, en français, s'il vous plaît. I can't recall if I even put that in the tag. Oh, we did. Maybe not. Quel dommage. Got to put it in the tag. Tag now. Okay. French has been added. Maybe that will summon my sexy baguette. He hadn't come in because we hadn't started on the French quite yet. Alright, so we're still on the introducing yourself. Newbie, tu es un newbie, you are a dog. And dog in French is chien. I didn't make the sound. What happened to the audio? Well, it's just this one. I'm going to report it. There is no sound. Something else went. Look at me. I'm getting the answer correct and I'm still complaining. First world problems. Oh, if the audio doesn't work on this, I'm SOL.
Cheval.
Okay. It works. Cheval is horse. Twerk that DJ Spree Booty. As I was Insta post today, he's looking mighty spiffy for a man almost nearing 30. Is man.
Tu.
Tu is you.
Je.
I.
Garçon.
Garçon is boy. Also, waiter. If you're in a French restaurant and you're asking the waiter to come to the table, say garçon.
C'est. C'est.
And this is the contracted version of ce est, which is it is. C'est.
Tu.
Tu, again, is you.
Homme.
Is
Et.
And.
Cheval.
Cheval is horse.
Chien.
Chien is dog.
Tu.
Tu is you.
Tu.
And much like German and Spanish, the vowel pronunciations, when we don't have accent grave to shorten it or the accent aigu to elongate it, they have 5 distinctive sounds. They're not long vowels like they are in English. So it's a, e, I, o, u.
Ta.
Ta.
Te.
Well, yeah, but to certain.
Ti.
So, and then to.
Tu.
C'est un chat.
It is cat. But contracted, it's a cat. C'est un chat. And remember that consonants at the end of most words are silent. The exception is when the following word begins with a vowel, it runs into the next word and you actually hear the sound of the consonant. When we hear I am, je suis. But if you're saying I am a cat, je suis un chat. So, je suis un chat. But I am not a cat. I'm an Alexis. I'm a machine. It is a horse. C'est un cheval.
C'est un chien.
It's a dog. C'est un chien.
Un chien. Un chien.
Dog. Un chien. You are.
Est.
You are a horse. I am
Suis.
a man. Tu es un cheval. Je suis un homme. A dog, horse.
Un chien et un cheval.
Un chien est un cheval. And horse is also the root for knight, like a knight riding a horse, which is said chevalier. And it is the same in Spanish. Horse in Spanish is caballo, and a knight in Spanish is caballero. It is also the word for gentleman, because knights of the realm were gentlemen. And it's the same phrase as before with different nouns. So you are a boy and I am a man. Tu es un garçon. Je suis un homme. It's a cat.
Ce est un chat.
C'est un chat. Why do they make me write it? They know I can't write it. As long as there are no accents on the vowels, I am probably good to go. Are you a horse? Es-tu un cheval? They haven't shown us the formal you yet, which is vous. So right now we're assuming the familiar you, which is tu. Are you a horse? Es-tu un cheval? And I'm using the same question phrasing we have in German, which is to put the verb at the beginning to start the sentence, but you can also in French state the sentence and you just add a tilt at the end and go up, and that makes it a question mark. Tu es un cheval? You are a horse? Kind of a statement of disbelief becomes a question. We'll try this again. Same way. Are you Paul? Tu es Paul? Jerry. Oh my. Mrs. Gummy Bear will be very excited to hear that. Et voilà, nous sommes perfect. Yeah. Perfect on that lesson. A second lesson in français. Hi, John Boy. Yeah, you made it to my stream. You're probably gonna start streaming soon if you aren't already. And diverging really quickly to come and say hello. I appreciate you being here. Hello. Aww. Thank you for the love. You get some turtle love too. I should check now. I already have my raid target ready for when it ends. I should check who else is on. No, you're not streaming yet. Alright, second French lesson. Because we've been asking questions of are you something, my brain was automatically looking for tu es une orange. Are you an orange? No, not quite. Not quite right now. I know you're the optimal multitasker. Oh, thank you, John Boy. I will hydrate right now. Doing 6 language lessons drives me out. So, c'est un orange? No, that's wrong. To dog an orange? No. You are eating an orange? B. Tu manges une orange? Oh, that rhymes. I am not happy with the fact that on these pop-up question ones, there is no audio. At least on the sentences you can hear it, but when we encounter new vocabulary, it is always helpful to hear the pronunciation.
Une pizza.
Albert, they're saying your key phrase.
Une pizza.
Une pizza.
Une orange.
An orange. Of which I have a tree. No orange.
Un. Un.
I'm hearing an N
Un.
as opposed to A.
A. Un.
I'm hearing that nasal, and when you hear that nasal, usually there's an N in there somewhere.
Un chat et une pizza.
A cat and a pizza. And a battle is ready. Un chat et une pizza. Alright, let's go run our battle right now. There's my sexy baguette. He is awake. Okay, I put my paladin down. So let's see who has joined us. Long shot main. It looked almost like an archer. Oh, it's an Anjo main. I have the Anjo bomber. Which I guess it's the avocado. I call it capado. See, there we go. Hello, Penel. Good morning. Bonjour. Buster. And I think we have a lot of ranged units, so maybe it would be better served to give you guys high ground. luck. And good to see you, Pen. Not on screen today, but otherwise you would see me. But at least you can hear me tonight. Oh, I'm sorry that you got bad news. Food always helps quite a bit to soften those news. Yay, we has won. Victory. Victoire. Oh my goodness, I'm not rigging this. You guys can see I'm not manually picking RB and Hal keep getting rewards. The algorithm likes them tonight. Right, and we have made it to our very first token chest. Oh my goodness, that is horrible. I'm so sorry, Pan. Yes, I hope that the wait produces positive results and you recover soon, and that the individual who caused this is found.
Marie mange. Marie. Mange.
Marie eats or Marie eating? Marie mange.
Paul mange un croissant.
Thank you for that epic archer. Paul is eating croissant. Paul mange un croissant.
Tu manges une pizza. Tu manges une pizza.
Panolf will eat a croissant. That is the future. That's future tense, correct? Mangera. And this one is for Halbert. Even though it's 3:30 in the morning for you. Yes, I got croissants at the bakery this morning. Oui, j'ai acheté des croissants à la boulangerie ce matin. Yeah, so Halbert, you were eating a pizza, even though it's 3:30 in the morning. Tu manges une pizza.
Tu manges une orange.
That would be me. I am eating an orange. So you are eating an orange. I like this one because it rhymes, and things that rhyme are very helpful to remember. Tu manges un orange. And that future tense of mangera also applies to Spanish. Tu comerás. You will eat an orange. Because you said it in the third person, right? Yeah. Fenelf will eat a croissant. So yo diría Fenelf comerá una croissant. Yeah, it's the same. Future tense, third person, ends with an A. It's almost like the languages are related. Wow.
Tu manges un croissant. Tu manges un croissant.
In the future, to you, I shall say that you are eating a croissant. Mange un croissant.
Tu manges une orange.
You are eating an orange. Tu manges un orange. A girl versus a croissant? No. Girl is a croissant? Well, depending. But a girl is eating a croissant. Une fille mange un croissant. That is dangerous. Orange head. Tête d'orange. That's the only thing I can get. Such a déranger. Dérange. Or an orange. If you're an orange, you have an orange head. Oh, you've got a problem with orange head. Because, yeah, because of the rhyme. Oh yeah, that's right. It makes no sense, but it's rhythmically sound as a rhyme or, you know, a puzzle. Tienes un problema cabeza de naranja. Tête d'orange, tête d'orange. I have to think of something in Spanish that would be similar to that. Because, I mean, the literal translation in Spanish does not quite rhyme. Not completely. Tienes problema cabeza de naranja. No. Something else that rhymes with problema. I don't know. It'll come to me. I can't come up with these on the fly. Well, yes, if you're calling someone an orange head. Oh, it's a bit colloquial, but I think I have something. Vete derechito, cabeza de chorlito. That would be the Spanish equivalent of go away or go to the right. Go away, bumpkin head. Yeah. Yes, because only a child would, call someone an orange head. But it's funny. A cat and a pizza.
Un chat et une pizza.
Cat and a pizza, un chat et une pizza. And since you say it's something very old-fashioned, chorlito is a very, very old-fashioned Spanish word. It's something you might hear like in old-time comics or like black and white movies. I think the translation for the Peanuts comic strip called Charlie Brown, when Lucy would say something mean to him, she would say cabeza de chorlito. I forgot what the English equivalent of the insult was. Yeah, like that. She would say an insult to him in English, and I can't quite. Blockhead. That's right. Lucy would call Charlie Brown a blockhead. So that's kind of what cabeza de chorlito sort of means. It's so funny. We have very similar ways to tell somebody to bugger off. It might be. I wonder if it's like when someone gets, the old-fashioned way, when someone gets hit on the head and they see little birdies flying around. Let me look it up. Oh yes, it's a bird. A golden plover, whatever that is. So I think it came from the animations where someone would get hit on the head with a mallet and you'd have little birdies dancing around their head. Oh my gosh, that's such a wonderful realization that's what I've always heard it, but I never actually knew where it came from. Thank you for sharing that, Pan. Tête de linotte. Well, hello there, Suyan. Another pretty lady in my chat. Let me look up what the bird is. Or a linnet in English. Small brown streaked bird with a longish tail. Red forehead. I guess they're from India or the Middle East, wherever they migrate to. Oh, learn something new every day. Thank you for sharing that. Rock, I just had this and I can't remember if it's un croissant or une croissant. It's I changed that at the very end. Paul is eating a croissant. Paul mange un croissant. It's masculine. He is eating. He mange. Tortilla wrap with French fries. Oh. Oh, Pan. Now I don't know if I can get croissant anymore after that. Oh wow. You're acing this level. You finished 2 lessons with no mistakes. You're ready to level up, as Hugo would say. No, I don't want to jump to the next level. I will go hardcore level by level, because I want the points. And I need the practice. I will definitely not forget it. It's croissant now. You're so naughty, Pan. But naughty in a good way. Thank you. Alright, let's do... Did we already do... Did we do one more? Yeah, I think so. And then we'll finish. We'll finish this. Oui. All for the sake of learning French. I can't not laugh after our previous conversation. You can still stream, Cian, or are you on your way to work? Next time you stream, you can do some Duolingo. I enjoyed your Japanese that you were sharing last time. That was very helpful. Paul mange un croissant. Paul is eating a croissant. Un chien mange une pizza. A dog is eating a pizza. Third person, mange. Chien mange une pizza. It's okay to forget, Suyan. I can't retain quite a bit of it. So these repetitive exercises, as long as I vary them, are very helpful. Oh, I'm not ready for any level Japanese. Unfortunately, the only Japanese I know is from taking karate and watching anime. So I can count ichi, sanchi, and that's about it. Wakarimasu ka ne? Do you understand? You would enjoy talking to our friend Jigo. He is much more well versed in Japanese than I am. He's actually traveled there. This is the question phrasing. So, are you Paul? Tu es Paul?
Tu es un cheval?
I am not a horse. Unless you're Jerry.
Tu es un cheval.
Tu es un cheval? Well, it depends on what way you're talking about, Penelf. Yeah, that was the meaning we got from that phrase. I remember you did a proper lesson plan but it depends on how difficult you want to make the lesson plan. Like I mentioned it when I started doing the French in the previous stream, that I am doing it from scratch on Duolingo, so I'm pretending I know zero French, while technically I've taken 2 years in high school and 2 years of French in university. But for the sake of viewers learning along with me, if they're learning at the same pace as I'm streaming, I don't want to hit them with the hard stuff until they get to the same level I am. So I'm happy teaching French, pretending I know nothing. And in truth, I've forgotten quite a bit of it, so I probably know nothing by this point. Oh yes, Pan is very good at making his lesson plan and doing the corrections, but he also gets a chance to show us some of his students' projects when he's able to, and shares them with us on stream, and it's very insightful. And hi Walt, how are you doing? I don't think you're streaming, huh? Or are you about to start streaming? It is afternoon for you, I would like to say, or is it still morning? I can't remember if you're Europe or Australia. Okay, yeah, so 8 p.m. for you. Yeah, Australia, okay. You are eating a pizza. Tu manges une pizza. What are you going to be playing today? More Valheim, I believe. Oh, Star Wars The Old Republic was the last one you were doing. Is that the Lego one or a different one? Oh, the old MMO.
Tu es Alice? Tu es Alice.
Are you Alice? Tu es Alice? Which is close to how we say Alice in Spanish, which is Alicia. Aunt. Alicia.
Mange. Mange.
So you eat, or you are eating, and a cat eats or is eating. Yes, go answer the wifey. Happy wife, happy life, and all. So for the second person conjugation of the verb, add the S, and then for the third person, no S, which is also the way you conjugate for first person. So, je mange, tu manges, he or she, elle, ou il mange. But even though there's an S, remember silent consonant at the end. So it sounds exactly the same, but it's written differently depending on the first, second, or third person tense.
Un chat et une pizza. Un chat et une pizza.
Cat and a pizza. A cat, a dog, and a pizza place. Oui, S is the mark of second person. Un chat et une pizza. Here we go with the same one. A dog
Mange.
eats and you eat.
Mange.
Third person, second person, so it has the S. Un chien mange et tu manges.
Une fille et un chien. Une fille et un chien.
A girl and a dog. Une fille et un chien. I'm still not saying girl properly. I want to say fille, but it's more like the double L in Spanish, elge. It's almost like saying fille. Une fille. I have to work on that pronunciation. Woman is eating an orange.
Une femme mange une orange.
Woman is eating. Une femme mange une orange.
Une orange et un
I will never forget this man.
croissant.
Thank you. Orange and a croissant. Une orange et un croissant. And remember that this ending consonant is silent unless it runs into the next letter with a vowel. So even though it's pronounced A, sort of hear the T when you run it into un. So est un croissant. Oh my goodness. Got through 2 lessons. I don't know, maybe that was the equivalent of 3 lessons of Francais. We is moving on. For next time, we will be doing more introductions. Okay. And now we are switching to Catalan. So this is where the Triolingo in one language kicks in, because Catalan does not come in the English module. It only appears in the Spanish module. So I will be doing triple duty, translating the Catalan to Spanish and then explaining and translating it for you in English. Thank you for listening, Suyan. And because we're still in section 1 or unit 1 of Catalan, we're still in the basic providing information and introducing yourself. Oh, and luckily we'll finish this and then open unit 2 and we can have something different. And this will actually be the hard test to finish the presentation. Complete this level. Completa ese nivel. Demuestra todo lo que aprendiste. Show everything you learned. Y recibe una recompensa especial. And receive a special reward. Begin challenge. Empezar desafío. Prueba los ejercicios más difíciles de este nivel. Try the hardest exercises of this level. Continuar, continue.
Ell menja una poma.
And we can't escape the eating because even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning for me, I am still getting virtually fat eating all these things. So in Catalan, él menja una poma. In Spanish, él come una manzana. In English, he is eating an apple. Good job. Buen trabajo. Él bebe, tú comes. He drinks, you eat.
Ell beu, tu menges.
And in Catalan, el beu, tú menjas. And much like we have heard in the French, for like woman, femme, which is F-E-M-M-E, you actually hear a bit of an A in the pronunciation. It is similar in Catalan when you have words that end in es. It actually gives it an A sound, so even though it kind of read it and it says menjas, you actually pronounce it menjas. That's correct. And it is battle time. Thank you, Panel, for placing, and Brutus, and Tax Cut, and Neon Halo, and RB. Are you up late or up early, RB? Or just can't sleep on a Saturday night, Sunday morning? Archer, Bomber, Centurion. Oh, the Centurion is cute. At the traffic cone. Healer, thank you. Rogue, Varian, Rogue. I'm gonna stuck in between of the ranged units as opposed to the warrior and barbarian over here. I'm gonna give everybody haste. I think that will be the best. Especially if I gonna be needing some haste. Alright, good luck everybody. Sugar, we are going down, down. Tonkapan, bon chance, but I don't know, it's gonna be iffy. Numbers are coming down, but so are ours. Going up and coming down. I don't know. Does that mean that there was, oh, I'm sorry. Died. I think someone had an implanted skeleton or soul. There's still hope. We'll have 3 units alive. I think it's gonna be up to our flying rogues now. Yeah. Come on, little rogue. Go up to you. Down to 4. Down to 3. And we have victory. Oh my goodness. We have victory. I think what was left was the footballs, and I believe those were aid units, so it didn't hurt. GG's indeed. Thank you, Tax Cut and Brutus, for your flying rogues. You have saved our skins today. Alright, let's see who gets it. And reliable. You get 2 gladiator scrolls. I swear to God, I am not rigging this. We're just on a roll sword. Go buy a lottery ticket. Drive down to a Powerball state from Canada and get some lottery tickets. Ooh, we get a bat balloon buster skin. That's kind of cute. That's adorable. The bat is carrying a buster. Alright, let's see what else we've unlocked. Paladin scrolls. Armor scroll. Those are good. Alright, and then we are going to aim for that second token chest. So we're going to go here to very hard gold chest. And my strawberry paladin should be available. Yes, she is. Wait, did I get anywhere on the assists? Nope, I still haven't gotten any assists. Okay. Let me take a quick refreshing H2O break. I also attend to my player account. placing my vampires to other vampires. Get that healing quest done. Thank you for placing panels. Alright, and last but not least, buying scrolls from the store. Forget to check your scrolls if you need to buy more. Alright, let's head back. Triolingo.
Ell beu llet.
He drinks milk. In Catalan. Él bebe leche. In Spanish. He drinks milk. Él beu yet. And this is where that double L, LJ, comes in. Yet. And leche in Spanish, yet in Catalan, and lait in French. Tú comes. You eat. Yo bebo. I drink.
Tu menges. Jo bec.
Catalan. Tu menges. Jo bec.
Soc una dona.
You are a woman. I'm sorry. I am a woman. In Spanish, soy una mujer. In Catalan, soc una dona. So the first person conjugation tends to have the C in places where the Y in Spanish would be. But as we saw in the previous one, the second person verb conjugation has the S at the end, same as French has it, because we have established that Catalan is a love child of French and Italian. In Spanish, tú comes pan. You eat bread.
Tu menges pa.
In Catalan, tú menjas pa. In Spanish, yo bebo agua. I drink water.
Jo bec aigua.
And here's that first person conjugation with a C. Jo bec agua. And Spanish to Catalan, water, agua, agua, very similar. Tu menges pa, jo bec agua.
Soc una nena.
I am a girl. In Spanish, soy una niña. Catalan, soc una nena. I still haven't quite gotten the hang of when the accent on the O appears and when it does not. It is not very consistent, so I'm hoping down the line it will explain why there's an accent. I don't know if it's maybe when it's the first word, it is the I am without the I, without the show, and that's why it's happening. But I haven't quite deciphered that pattern yet.
Jo menjo. Tu beus. Jo menjo. Tu beus.
That second person S ending. So in Catalan, jo menjo. I eat. Tu beus. You drink. In Spanish, yo como. Tu bebes. Here I am a, and it's masculine, like a croissant. So dona is mujer, that is woman, that is not masculine. Nena, niña, girl, not masculine. Ome, oma, man, that is definitely masculine. So, soc un hombre. Spanish, soy un hombre. I am a man. And for lack of an M, would be the same spelling for man in French.
Ell beu, tu menges. Ell beu, tu menges.
He drinks, you eat. In Spanish, él bebe, tú comes. Catalan, él beu, tú menges.
Tu menges. Jo bec. Tu menges. Jo bec.
You eat, I drink. In Spanish, tú comes, yo bebo. In Catalan, tú menges, yo bec.
Tu menges pa. Jo bec aigua. Tu menges pa. Jo bec aigua.
You eat bread, I drink water. In Spanish, tú comes pan, yo bebo agua. In Catalan, tú menges pa, yo bec agua. Ooh, not too shabby for doing the hard last lesson for the first unit. I'm a little too confident right now because they're very similar words that I can pick out in French and I can pick out in Spanish and some in Italian. I'm dreading more complex vocabulary, but bring it. So far, I'm relying on the cognates. They're very similar. This is just the repeat. Oh, it's a 40 experience point repeat of everything. Alright. I was jumping the gun too soon. We're not gonna start the second unit. Not quite. Ve por el trofeo de la sección 1. Go for section 1 trophy. Supera este desafío para completar la sección 1 y habilitar la siguiente. Beat this challenge to complete section 1 and to enable the next section. It's gonna make me type. Of course it's gonna make me type. The girl. Spanish. In Catalan, una nena. La niña, una nena. ¡Ay! Babosa. It's the girl. La nena. I got too cocky there. Throwing off the wrong one at the beginning.
Els nens mengen pa, les nenes beuen aigua. Els nens mengen pa, les nenes beuen aigua. Els nens mengen pa, les nenes beuen aigua.
The boys eat bread, the girls drink water. In Spanish, los niños comen pan, las niñas beben agua. In Catalan, els nens mengen pa, las nenas beuen aigua. It's a hard word. There's 3 vowels together. It's a lot of pronunciation.
Ella menja una poma.
Not wrong. It's either correct or it's going to be a GE instead of a JA.
Ella menja una poma.
Oh, that was right. Okay. She eats an apple. In Spanish, ella come una manzana. In Catalan, ella menja una poma. You love Barcelona? Yeah. I will be lucky enough to make it to Barce when I go see Salur before TwitchCon. It'll be my first stop before I go on to Paris. That is why I'm practicing. Although Salur has assured me that everybody in Catalonia speaks Spanish. His mother speaks Spanish, but I want to get in his mom's good graces by at least learning and understanding some Catalan when I'm in the area. And I'm probably gonna mess it up and butcher it, but I will have made the effort to not be one of those obnoxious American tourists that expects everybody to speak English, or in my case, expect everybody to speak Spanish in Spain. But I will not be in Spain, I will be in Catalonia. Catalunya. French and Flemish, yeah. Or if our friend Frodo is in here, he speaks Dutch, but in his native region of Maastricht, where he's in, it's a different dialect of Dutch. Maastricht. I am basing my Dutch on the German I've learned to try and associate some of the words that are very similar, which I'm told after I learn German I should pick up Dutch because it is so similar, but I think it'll be the same struggle I have now switching from Spanish to French, Italian to Catalan. There are so many words that are so similar, I might not be able to keep it straight which one specifically it is because there are so many. But I have a cousin, I have a first cousin who lived in Holland for a good chunk of time. She's in France right now. I'm still debating whether or not I would even have been able to go visit her on my upcoming trip, but she runs a B&B in the middle of nowhere. It's a 6-hour drive from the airport, so I don't think it would have been feasible to go to Paris and then drive to her, take the train. But her partner is in Amsterdam, so I may get a chance to see him when I fly home to El Salvador in a week, because they're supposed to be coming over to visit. And it's nice to get to talk to him because when we're in El Salvador, everybody speaks Spanish, and the only person he really has to talk to is my cousin, who speaks Dutch to him. But I can, stumble my way through French, but he's more comfortable in English. So my mom and I love talking to him because we can speak English to him, and he is more comfortable in English than in Spanish. But I will try and make an effort to learn Dutch at some point.
Ella llegeix el llibre.
Oh,
Ell llegeix la carta.
Here's that word.
Ella llegeix el llibre. Ell llegeix la carta.
If I got that right.
Ella llegeix el llibre. Ell llegeix la carta.
Okay. He reads the book. Sorry. She reads the book. He reads the letter. In Spanish, ella lee el libro. Él lee la carta. In Catalan, ella llegeix el libro. Él llegeix la carta. This is one of those freaking what the hell is an X doing at the end of a third person conjugation when it should just end in the vowel. However, maybe it's because it's a G in the middle of the root word. It can't end, and it has to have like a special suffix. But it's also the special X sound, which is kind of a sh sound, similar to the X in Spanish. Hola, Ofek. Bienvenido. We are learning Catalan, but because I am a Spanish speaker, estoy traduciendo el catalán al español and translating the Spanish to English. Because unfortunately the Catalan module does not come in English, it only comes in Spanish. It's okay if you don't know it. It is very similar to Spanish. It is similar to French. It is similar to Italian. And by extension of me doing Catalan on stream, I am also sort of teaching Spanish at the same time while I'm doing the translation. So it works. But we're just commenting on the third person conjugation of this X. So in Spanish, you have names with the X, like Javier, which have a J sound. Although in English, people say Xavier, which is freaking weird to me. But you have other names like Xiomara, which have a bit of an S sound. So this one, I'm just gonna have to remember that the X is kind of an SH sound. So lejesh. It's weird. Oh yes, Ofek, please tell us what your original language is, because we have people of many languages in these chats. The women write the letter. This is one of those words. Third person plural conjugation. I may be wrong with this. Las donas escriben la carta. Ah, I forgot the I. I was saying it, but I didn't type it. Escriben. It is, and I was just saying escriben, but it's escriben. So the I-U-E-N kind of sounds like a W. Escriben. Las donas escriben la carta. Catalan. In Spanish, las mujeres escriben la carta. The women write the letter.
Tu menges pa. Jo bec aigua. Tu menges pa. Jo bec aigua.
Tu comes pan. Yo bebo agua in Spanish. You eat bread. I drink water. In Catalan, tu menges pa, yo bec aigua.
Elles són nenes.
Which is one of those kismet sentences. They are girls. It is the same in Spanish as it is in Catalan, except this is the Catalan version. Ellas son nenas. The Spanish is ellas son niñas. But in Spanish, we also use the word nenas for niños, for girls. But for the purposes of the distinction in the lesson, nenas in Catalan, niñas in Spanish. And I misspelled it because I said this at the beginning and I forgot. I'm writing it as I'm hearing it. Anything that ends in es in Catalan has an a sound. So when you actually write it, it's ellas son nenes, but it's pronounced ellas son nenas. And I love how it's correcting me. Tú tienes un pequeño error. You have a little mistake. Very little. Because I keep forgetting. E sounds like an A. Catalan. Oh my god, it's the same thing. It is a man. Es un hombre in Spanish. Es un home in Catalan. But it's going to ding me. There we go. So it'd be capital ES. I hate, you know me, I hate doing capital letters in anything. But it's dinging me because it needs an accent. Okay. If I learned my lesson from the plural of they write, ellas escriben, I have to remember that line. There you go. So you write. In Catalan, let me check that is correct. Keep adding that E. Now I add that E and it doesn't belong. In Catalan, tú escribes. And Spanish, tú escribes. You're right. This is one of those special verbs that is going to drive me crazy. Just like to read. Lejeje. Alright. They, female plural, eat bread. They, masculine plural, drink milk. I better get this one. Oh, for frack's sake. Okay, good. In Catalan, ellas menjan pa, els beuen llet. Spanish, ellas comen pan, ellos beben leche. And it's battle time. Saving my hide for need that brief respite to gather ourselves. Alright, let's see who's with us today. Hello to Bolt and Warrior, Black Bear, Rogue, Punk. Oh, you unlocked the princess! Yay, the Vampire Princess. Okay, I'm gonna go with the stronghold for our armored unit. Hope they make it over here by then. Okay. Good luck. Relatively evenly matched so far. Okay, the stronghold is effective there for now. But we're moving on. But we don't need to because we won. Yay! Oh my god, if it's reliable battles again. Okay, just so you guys can see, it is not rigged. Other people other than reliable is winning. So congratulations, Tilbus. You win 1 gladiator scroll. now we have made it to our second, count them, 1, 2, second token chest. Yes, we did it, Pan. Yay us. No, you were right the first time. We did it. Did indeed did it. I'm kidding. It is written with a D, but say it fast enough, it sounds like you're saying T. Oh, and I killed an epic! Yay. Alright, my shinobi is on cooldown. Paladin is on cooldown, but I can use my shinobi next lesson. I got my epic. Got 1 assist. Purple. Wunderbar. Let me get this quest for killing Epic taken care of. See if we get enough. Nope, we don't. Probably somewhere in the center. I think my rogue might do the most amount of damage. And then the attack player accounts to place as well. Or B, are you done with your offline battles? I don't think I placed on the last one. Not sure if you're going to bed or gonna get up and get some breakfast. Either way. Thank you for running your offline. Oh yes, I have to share this with you guys. So, very rudely, my IT department decided unceremoniously that the StreamRaiders.com website was no longer going to be allowed, permitted to be used on my work laptop. Okay, let me lower. I think it's just this song itself is loud. Okay, let me lower it a little bit. Sometimes I hear back my stream when I'm catching it, and I feel like sound is too loud, or at least when I hear it, it's try to adjust so that there isn't mostly empty space, especially if I'm not necessarily talking. So as I was saying, my IT department decided that the StreamRaiders.com website was no longer a permitted website, which unfortunately means that it will make it very difficult for me to run offline battles while I'm working right now, unless I have my second laptop going. So while they're blocking websites that they feel might be dangerous, an effect that they're actually doing is making it more difficult for me to work. It's going to take me that much longer. Not too long, but you know, a few extra seconds to set up my battle on one laptop and then switch back to my work laptop to do actual work. But just the cheek of it all, for them to take away a website that's not hurting anybody, to not just to keep us safe and the firm, but maybe to make us more productive and not be goofing off. But in my opinion, they are making it harder for me to work, and I'm not going to be as efficient. So I'm sorry ahead of time if I'm not running as many offline battles during the work week. But that is the new hurdle that my work has placed on me. I mean, how rude indeed. They actually expect me to work instead of pay me to do offline Stream Raiders battles. The nerve of it all. This is all very tongue-in-cheek, by the way, in case the meaning wasn't clear. Of course, I'm getting paid to work, not to goof off and play. But I'm a multitasker. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? A woman, a few, or some men. I'm gonna question this because I'm not gonna. But I think it's right. I'm right on a woman, but not on a few men. Let's double check. Ah, I was off by one. So in Catalan, a woman, una dona. Some men, a few men, uns homes. So you drop the O. In Spanish, una mujer. In Spanish, unos hombres. I'm very reticent to drop those vowels because you hear them and you say them in Spanish, but I have to remember that Catalan eats those vowels or changes the sound of those vowels. We plural feminine. Oma is man, so it's not feminine. Nena is girl, it's feminine but not plural. Dona is woman, but not plural. It is feminine. So donas is both plural and feminine. So it would fit. Nosotras somos donas. We are women. In Spanish, it would be nosotras somos mujeres.
Ell veu llet. Ell veu llet.
He drinks milk. In Spanish, él bebe leche. In Catalan, él beu yet. Kind of like Y-E-T yet in English. That's what I have to remember as the pronunciation. Oh, let's see if I can get the accent right this time. I am a man. In Catalan, soc un hombre. But if you see, they gave the alternate correct solution, soc un hombre, without the accent. Someone please explain to me when and why you put it. Making it very difficult. But as long as they accept it as a correct answer, whether or not it has the accent. And in Spanish, soy un hombre, I am a man. He writes. Better remember this because I got dinged on this one at the beginning. Well, sort of for the plural. So he writes. Damn it! So it's él escribe, third person. I think they're only adding the e when it's the plural. So if it was they masculine, ellos escriben, or they plural, ellas escriben, would add that e. Maybe for the first person conjugation, yo escribo. Nope, that one doesn't have. If it was the second person, tú escribes, it would have an e. And in Spanish, él escribe. The girl. In Catalan, la nena. In Spanish, niña. Oh my god, that was so painful. Completaste la sección 1. Completed section 1. Bien hecho. Well done. Estás avanzando muy rápido. You are advancing very fast. Really, Duo? Because it feels like I'm going at a snail's pace. Or, given that we're in, I am going turtle's pace. And they actually have, if you've noticed, spoken exercises. They have a button, repeat it, and they also have a button with a turtle on it. Say it much slower. I am that turtle. I am that slow turtle. Eventually, I will win that race. Beat that hare. So for next time, not today, we will unlock section 2. We have unlocked, so we will start section 2 and it will deal with using basic phrases and our favorite, speaking of food, hablar de comida. So we got our Spanish, or I'm sorry, we got our German, we got our French, and we got our Catalan done. I got my streak for Sunday. 504 days. Ooh. And I'm doing too shabby. You know, getting quite a few points, more than I usually do on a daily plan, because I'm saving the 6 lessons, 2 each for each language, for the Saturday streams, but I'm only doing in one day. I did 125 as opposed to the daily goal of 10 experience per day, which is fine. But thank you for joining me today on brand new Triolingo, 3 languages of Duolingo.